Hi everyone, my name is André and I'm the lead gameplay engineer for Ashes of Mankind here at Taikai Studios. As a lead gameplay engineer, my role encompasses a lot of areas. I deal with gameplay mechanics, as well as bringing a lot of time bringing all the departments together into making cohesive pieces that can fit into the game's world. I think that all of the systems that we have developed and are developing at the moment for Ashes of Mankind, one of my favorites is without any doubt the deep customization system, because we have come up with this system where every single choice you make impacts your weapon, right? And the way you play and the way you decide to take and engage into fights or not, really, because every single change into both your loadout, your weapon, your vest can take impact into your decisions in game. And as for example, on the weapon, we are talking things like a time to ADS or your recoil, your spread, your fire rate, your damage. And this enables the player to enhance the way they play and create a character or a loadout that maximizes the way he sees the game and he sees, well, the meta of the game without forcing any classes. Balancing is something where we take very seriously. I feel it's something that if things are not balanced and metas get defined really early into a game or season, the game stops being fun. It becomes a repetitive. So we put a lot of thought and time into trying to balance everything that goes into the game, which can get really complicated because the more complex a system is or a system becomes, then the harder it becomes to balance. And then we have some complex systems that can be really tough to balance, but we do get a lot of data from our playtests and from a community, and of course in the future we'll be looking at data from the game to balance and to make decisions, as well as be careful with bringing new items and new things into the game that can break the game. Yeah, I mean, some of the challenges we have gone through, I mean, every game development and every game studio gets a lot of challenge during development. It's not something new, not something unheard of, especially when you speak about gameplay elements, because every single team member of a studio, from art to gameplay management and everyone else, has ideas and things they want to put into the game. But again, not everyone or everything can get into the game, right? So we do a lot of testing, we do a lot of prototyping, we do a lot of different features that a lot of time don't make the cut, or we might take them and adjust them in a different way so that we can bring it into the game as we see fit. Sometimes it might deviate from the original idea because, well, we iterated on it and it became something else. Or sometimes it just gets flat out cut from the game because we don't see it as a thing at the moment. In my opinion, like, a combat system that is both engaging and rewarding for players needs to be a system that is highly responsive to the feedback that the player inputs into the game, so that you get correct feedback back to you, right? No one enjoys in other games when your shots don't register, but you still see the blood like coming out of the player. You get shot and you don't even notice because you don't get a correct feedback from your experience. This might seem like basic questions, but they are very core to what is like an engaging and rewarding system, because the players need to get this type of information very intuitively during the game, right? Because while you're playing, if something like this happens, it feels bad for you, right? Like when I play other games, I enjoy that the game answers back to me immediately, and so that I can adjust on the fly. Like, for example, if I'm spraying, I want to understand and have the feel of the recoil patterns or the spread of the weapon so that I can correct my aim so that my shots still land. And that's really core to how a shooter plays, in my opinion. The second opinion I have is that games like Ashes of Mankind and other games like extraction shooters, time to kill can feel very unfair. Sometimes, while the game might not be as action heavy and more tactical, you can get killed very fast, right? Or kill someone very fast because the TTK is very low. As such, like, we try to balance our weapons in a way that they still allow you to counterplay them to some degrees. I mean, of course, if you get a bad timing and someone gets you while looking into a corner and they approach you from your back, like, that's something else, right? But if you're on a frontal combat with someone else, we really want it to have these little spikes of fun and exciting action, while not really making the game an action game, because Ashes of Mankind is not that type of game. There are a lot of technical challenges in game development in general, but to me, at least for this specific genre, I think the things that I personally see as the biggest technical challenge is the effect that ping and lag has in the gameplay experience. No one likes to see people teleporting or dying and you don't even see your enemy because, well, he was lagging in his screen. He did all the correct actions, but you as the player who is not lagging didn't experience that. Like, so you didn't see him pick a corner and kill you. You just died. So this ties back together with my previous answer to the question of the feedback of the player, because again, it's very frustrating when this happens. We are always tweaking and updating our netcodes, try to ensure that these things get minimized to a minimum, but it's a constant fight. Yeah, I can say that everyone in our small team has put a lot of work into this project. Ashes of Mankind has taken a lot of time to develop and is still getting developed. If our project like Kautoride like to support us, you will have Discord servers, so you can really get into the community. You can be able to find game updates, people commenting about the game, people maybe even streaming, so that you can see and have a glimpse of our game. And well, thank you.